All right, Doug, I have your quad finished up. Here it is. It's the toothpick. And we'll go through the parts real quick. So you got the Hyperlite 1103s. You have the GE PRC 12 amp whoop style flight controller, ESC all-in-one. You have this canopy that you can get from Pyrodrone. I thought I saw one on Thingiverse. It wasn't exactly the same, so that's why I've been ordering it from Pyrodrone instead of getting it printed off Thingiverse, because mainly because of these antenna tube things that they have here. So I wish I would have showed this before. I have some on the way so I could compare them when they get here, but there's like this little web in between where the antenna tube is and the canopy, and what I did was I just sliced that piece out like a piece of pie, and that way I was able to get heat shrink over the antenna tube, and now it's gonna stay on there. So it's like the perfect antenna mount if you slice that little piece of TPU out of there. Otherwise, if you don't, then you won't be able to slide the heat shrink on there. So that worked out pretty good. Yeah, it's perfect for antenna. I wasn't even planning on using these because, you know, I was like, well, how am I going to mount them? I don't want to just have the antennas just sticking out in the open like that, but the heat shrink will help a lot. You have the Runcam Racer Nano. Awesome camera. I noticed how the canopy is kind of wrapping around the lens. So it's going to protect it pretty good in crashes. And also, I looked and it didn't have any of that in the view of the video feed, so it's pretty good. You have the Unify Pro 32 and an XM Plus inside of here. So I put the flight controller upside down. Then I put the XM Plus down, and I did flash that for RSSI. And I just used my Gorilla foam tape. It's this is the 30-pound stuff. I could only find that at Walmart. I couldn't find it on eBay or anything. On eBay they have like the 15-pound stuff, but that's the 30-pound stuff. It's pretty awesome. So I stuck that to the XM Plus, stuck the XM Plus to the flight controller. Actually, first what I did, and this might be what you might want to do, either if you're waiting for parts or just to make it easier, is before I installed the flight controller, I soldered up all the wires that I was going to need. So like the receiver wires are in the front, so I soldered up 3 wires and then, you know, made them come out the side. The back for the VTX, I soldered up the power ground, video out, and smart audio wire, and then pulled them out to the side. The buzzer, I soldered that on, made it come out the side, because since you have the flight controller upside down and all the pads are on the top, you got to do all that first. Then you can mount the flight controller. Then you got all your wires already hanging out everywhere that you need them, so you can go ahead and just mount the flight controller and then take your parts, solder them up to the wires, instead of soldering wires to the parts first and then to the flight controller. It's you know, you can do it either way, but I found it easier that way, just because once you have all the wires sticking out where you need them to go, you can then mount the flight controller, then place your parts and pull the wires over to where they're going to go and cut them to length so that they're the exact length that you need, and then, you know, all you got to do is solder them up and you're done. So the main reason that I love this canopy is that it has this open part in the back here, so you can access the USB. You got your button for the receiver right here. You got the button for the VTX right there. There's your buzzer. You got the True RC Singularity antenna. And then the plug, the plug for the camera is in the front. So you can pull it out right there and have access to it very easily. One last thing that I did was I added a cap to the battery cable. It wasn't necessary, but I figured I'd just do it anyway, just because it's a new flight controller. It's 12 amp. You know, it's got a lot of current running through it, just one board. So I figured it would be smartest to add a cap, just because, you know, it's mainly going to help with voltage spikes, and that's what you want to watch out for anyway. So you know, when the first time you plug in a battery, if you don't have a cap on there, you can hear that pop sound, and it's not good. It's not good, but it kind of goes away when you add a cap, so it's pretty cool. And it will help a little bit too with like video noise, but not as much as something like an LC filter would. So that's pretty much it. I got a rubber band on here holding it on. I'll add like a little piece of some kind of foam or something underneath to hold the battery better before I send it to you. But yeah, I haven't test hovered it yet, so we'll do that together right now and check the video. I did unlock the VTX as well. Smart audio is working. So let's check it out. First thing I'm going to do is use this XT30 smoke stopper. Okay, so here we go. Alright, it's good to go. There's your video. That camera looks really, really clear. It's pretty good. I like it, for sure. And it's so tiny too, I swear. You see these things online and they don't look tiny, you know. If you see a picture of this Runcam Racer Nano online, you don't think that it's super tiny. And when you get it in person, it's literally just so tiny, you're like, holy shit. Okay, so video looks good. Let me show you real quick. Okay, so features, smart audio. There you can see that everything is there. So it's on F7. We'll go to F1. We'll go down to set. Yes, boom. And now it's not on F7 anymore. So we'll go to channel 1, and there you go. So you can see that it's working. And like I said, I did unlock it, so you can go down to the power, and it's on 25 right now, but if you set it all the way up to 800, it'll be on 400. But I'm going to leave it on 25 for now. Alright, so next thing we'll do is hover test. And here we go. Battery's dead. Ugh. Well, you can see that it flies. Hold on, I got my trims messed up. There we go. Oh yeah, it's flying real nice. Oh, damn. Damn. That was like hardly any throttle at all. I just gave it a tiny bit of throttle and it punched up to the ceiling. That was awesome. This thing's gonna be crazy, but I'd be careful because these motors, you know, they're like 11,500 kV or whatever. They're warm. You might want to try different props too. I mean, these ones seem good. They sound good. They got plenty of power. They're not like those crappy gym fan ones like these I got up here, these clear ones. The newer ones. Those things suck. But these are the ones that are from Pyrodrone. Also, Heli Nation has them now. It's like $5.99 for a bag of them. And it's a 1.5 millimeter shaft hole. And the hole is actually like perfect. I mean, you twist them on and they're on there like real nice and tight. So they're pretty good props. But I would also try some other props. You might want to try my favorite is the Rotorex 2535, using it as a 2-blade. But yeah, you know, it's good to go. This thing's pretty awesome. So there you go, Doug. Have fun with it. I'll send over tracking when I have it. All right, thanks.